Hey everybody, the following is an excerpt from the monthly Rahdo Roundup, and if you'd like to see the rest of the roundup, you can hit that eye up in the top right corner of the screen, or if you'd like to know more about the game, you can follow the link down in the show notes. And with that out of the way, let's talk about rebuilding Seattle. And boy, this is the game we played the most in January. Jen and I, we used to play this game half a dozen times, and we both fell pretty hard in love with it. This is a tile-laying game about rebuilding after the Great Fire of Seattle at the turn of the century. And first of all, for a Seattle-phile like me, Seattle is my favorite city in the world. And probably in Jen's top 5, but it's my number one city. I love Seattle so much. It's so great to have a game that is focusing on all the landmarks I know and the neighborhoods I know. And yeah, you end up creating a weird version of Seattle where SeaTac is on Queen Anne Hill, which would never happen, but that's okay. It's just cool. Hey, Seattle got rebuilt a different way when I did it. That's cool. But what is the game? It is a polyomino tile-laying game with a strong economic element, and it's absolutely freaking brilliant. Actually, the game I could probably draw best comparison to would be Barron Park, which is known for Barron Park and rebuilding Seattle. It's a double-decker tile layer because first, you got to lay tiles that are the foundation that you can build on as you expand your neighborhood, whether it's Capitol Hill or the waterfront district or whatever. And then you've got to spend money, and money gets so tight in this game so fast, drafting cards that give you the polyomino pieces that represent the financial institutions, the transportation, the restaurants, all the different types of buildings, and those are polyomino tiles that you're trying to squeeze together to fit on top. And of course, that gets very challenging very quickly, especially because on your neighborhoods, there are water areas and forested areas and building areas that you don't want to cover. You need to keep those icons uncovered so that you can score more points off them later. So, right off the bat, this sounds kind of like Barron Park. A lot of in common with Barron Park, although the draft is much more engaging because it's quick and easy to run out of money, and you've got to be really smart about how you draft the tiles, as opposed to just grab the ones you want. But when the game gets really interesting is the fact that there are 6 event cards. And on your turn, most of the time, you're going to grab one of these cards that lets you build on top of the foundations, or you'll make more foundations, or everybody has 3 special powers that are unique to them. You can do one of those special powers as well, past local laws. But sometimes you will instead trigger an event that affects everybody around the table. You will trigger a restaurant event. And what that means is everybody looks at the quality of their restaurant and how many restaurants they have, and do they have enough restaurants to meet the demands of the ever-raising level of population they've got. Think suburbia in that regard. And if you do, you're going to score points. And so there will be cases where, okay, I'm doing really good on my restaurants, and now's the time for me to trigger this. Because I look over at yours and you're like, oh, you'll get a couple points, but I'll get 6 points. Yeah, baby. Or I will trigger the event that is a transportation event. Because here's the deal. Like Puerto Rico and lots of other following games, whoever triggers this event, everybody gets to do the event, but whoever triggers it gets a bonus. And these are big bonuses, game-changing bonuses. And we're going to play through 3 eras, and every era is over once all 6 of those events have been activated. So players might not have much money and just make a land grab, a land rush for all those bonuses they get off the events. Even if the events don't work for them, you still might want to do it. And this so elevates the game. It creates so much exciting tension with a very simple set of rules, very fun economic card drafting, polyomino tile laying, event creating game that blew Jen and me away, which is why Rebuilding Seattle is number 5 on the list. Okay. And thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference, believe me. But with that out of the way, if you'd like to see some more, over on the left, you can find a playlist of a whole bunch more Rahdo Rapid reviews. Up in the top right, there's the latest thing that's been added to the channel. And in the bottom right, you've got something YouTube recommends. Okay, folks, thanks for watching.